Hi there, and welcome. Whether you're brand new to the HyphenatEdD community or you've been here since season one, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Rochelle Smarr, and if we're just meeting, the Hyphenated Leader is the staff huddle for multi-hyphenated education leaders navigating the beautiful, messy, complex world of leading in higher education and beyond. This is a space where you don't have to choose between parts of you. You're a mentor, an advocate, a scholar, director, parent, researcher, innovator. Every single one of your hyphens matters. If you've ever felt like you were wearing way too many hats, juggling too many identities, or leading in spaces that weren't designed for you and mine, you're in the right place. So, why am I building this community on Substack? The podcast is where we're having the conversations, the deep dives, the upcoming interviews, the stories of education leaders redefining what it means to lead authentically. But the Substack is also a newsletter. It's where we can go a little deeper together. This is where I plan to share my field notes, my reflections, different frameworks that influence my work and that I hope will maybe be a reference point for you and your work. It's also behind the scene thoughts on each of the different episodes as well. I'll provide resources and tools for navigating your multi-hyphenated career. I'll also provide community conversations because this is not a one-way street, guys. This is a two-way street. And so I hope that you'll begin to engage with me and comment in the notes a little more with me. Think of the podcast as the main event, and the Substack is the after party. For those of us just now reaching 40 and over, there's an after party, but it's before 9 o'clock, so you should be able to attend, right? Okay, cool. So the after party on the Substack is the newsletter space. It's where we'll unpack, we'll reflect, and we'll connect a little more. So season 2 is launching in February, and here's what you need to know. The theme is leading from the margins to the center, where we're going to be exploring what it means to claim your authority, tell your equity story, and build a career that honors all of who you are, even when the spaces you lead in weren't designed with you in mind. The season is going to be a mix of solo episodes with just me and guest interviews with incredible educational doctorate holders, those EDDs, who are reimagining leadership from practitioner scholar perspectives, and that I think their stories are really going to resonate with the audience as well. And here's something new. I'm mixing up audio and video recording sessions. So this is my first foray to show a little bit of myself on the interwebs. And so I hope that you enjoy this format and can maybe tell me if you just want to hear the audio. I understand. You can give me that feedback like, just stick to the audio shell, and that's totally fine too. So some of the interviews are going to be audio only, the way you're used to experiencing podcasts, but others will be recorded on video because I want to make sure that you can see the faces of the individuals that I'm interviewing and really get to see for yourselves the amazing educational doctoral leaders that you can really begin to model your career after or take some good points from them as well. So this way you'll be able to see the conversations in real time. I'll share the videos versions both on Substack, and I'm going to dip my toe into the YouTube world. So if you know anything about posting on YouTube, please reach out and let me know. But I just want to make sure that you do not have a space to say, I didn't know what was happening with the hyphenated leader. It's going to be in different platforms as well. Why? Because these stories deserve to be seen and not just heard. Because representation matters, because when you see someone who looks like you, leads like you, or carries hyphens like you do, it really changes something in you and can really motivate you to keep pushing on this hyphenated leader journey. So episode one of season 2 will provide an overview of what to expect on the new season, give you a quick overview of the different episodes, because guess what? I have actually did some batch contenting this season and have already recorded all those episodes and really hope that you'll enjoy them, especially the solo episodes. I'm scheduling the guest interviews now and starting to record them in the next few days. And so we're really going to when I say we, it's just me. I'm a one-woman shop again. I'm doing this podcast, but it's really going to be me rolling out and preparing intentionally what I would like for you to see through the Hyphenated Leader in season 2. The guest interviews that I'm scheduling right now are with EDD holders who are reimagining leadership that will feature my friends from the joint doctoral program at UC San Diego and Cal State San Marcos. And then there'll be co-authors from the forthcoming book that I'm an author in as well, Black Women in Educational Leadership, Stories of Resilience and Achievement. These are some phenomenal women. We had a chance to do a couple of interviews this past January, and I'm just thrilled that a few of them are like me, the unicorns of the higher ed world and education world who have EDDs. So that means that we were and work full time and going to school full time and getting these degrees and being practitioner scholars. So these women are from amazing walks of life and from different corners of the education spectrum that I just had to ask them, will you be on the podcast? And so they're joining us for the podcast, for a podcast interview, and they'll get to tell you a little more about their chapter in the forthcoming book that I hope that you'll support us all by purchasing a copy yourselves. These are practitioners, scholars, advocates, poets, mothers, leaders, sisters, and aunties like myself that are hyphenated in all these beautiful ways, and their stories will certainly resonate with you. So, what can you expect as a subscriber? The rhythm of the following season is going to follow every 2 weeks. My hope is to post a new podcast episode that's going to drop in audio format on all your podcasting platforms. So it'll start with the Substack and then it will go to Apple Podcasts and to Spotify. So you can listen on any 3 of those platforms as well. And then video episodes will also be shared on the Substack and hopefully also on YouTube as well. Between those episodes, here's where I'm trying to be fancy and new and really engage with my audience. I'm hoping to publish field notes from the Substack where I'll share deeper reflection on each of the episodes, a couple different frameworks, some reflection questions, or even just resources for you to take into your own leadership or to consider as you're adapting to a similar challenge that I'm sharing on the podcast episode. My hope is that we'll engage. That this isn't a one-way podcast or broadcast. It's more of a community. Your voice, your questions, your experiences, they matter. And they help me make sure that all the topics for the different episodes and for the Substack are relevant to your interests in what you're experiencing in this ever-shifting field of higher education in the United States. And yes, I do hope that I will begin to have international guest speakers and be able to share more about their experiences as they're navigating higher education in global spaces, but also practitioners who are working with universities in the US for students for service projects or in any realm of the sort. So remember, this is just season 2. We are just now opening up to the possibilities that God has for us. So stick with me and stick around because the HyphenatEdDLeader podcast, it's really where you want to be. Okay, back on script. So for my season 1 supporters, I want to say thank you very much for being here from the very beginning. You listened when I was just figuring out. You engaged, you shared your feedback with me through text messages or emails, or even when I met up with you in person. Thank you so much for sticking it out and listening to those 10 episodes and really encouraging me to keep going. Season 2 is certainly going to be deeper, bolder, and more intentional because I thought of each of you who shared their feedback with me. I hope you'll stick with me. I hope you'll keep engaging. I hope you'll keep sharing it and inviting others into the space with us or with me because more voices make a more richer community and really highlight the gap that educational leaders are facing right now in the field. For my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. You found your way to the best corner and the best staff holder on the podcast field. So thank you for coming around to me. Get familiar with the vibe, hear the conversations that started this whole thing, and then when season 2 drops in February, I hope that you're ready to dive in and engage with me in the comments with the different episodes. Here's what I want from you. Tell me a little more about what challenges you're facing as a hyphenated leader, what topics you want to hear explored on this next season, and then share with me also what resonated with you from season 1 so I can figure out, is there a part 2 coming of that conversation too? But most importantly, if there's someone you feel like should be a part of this conversation with me and that whose educational story we should explore a little more with the audience, please send me their name. You can drop a comment below this post here. You can reply to the email in the Substack here or send me a DM on Instagram because we have an Instagram page, the Hyphenated Leader. It's HyphenatEdD and then _leader. Connect with me also on LinkedIn. Rochelle Smarr is my tagline there. The community will continue to grow. The more we talk with each other, the more we normalize these conversations and share our experiences and support one another. So make sure that you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, maybe YouTube in the future. Follow at hyphenated_leader on Instagram for drops about the different podcasts. And over time, I'll start to post a little more frequently, but I'm trying to stay in my God-given lane of the podcast. So Instagram right now is just going to be podcast episodes. If you feel like you can help me do a little more, I welcome you to my one-woman team. Share this with some friends and families to help them encourage them about their embracing their superpowers of the hyphens they have. And before I close, I want to make sure that I let you know that I, this season, am recording here on campus at UC San Diego at Studio 411, which is an open space for students, staff, and faculty members to record podcasts, both for the classrooms, but also for personal use as well. So I'm very grateful to the studio. And if you enjoy the audio and kind of the video too, please let me know, and I will continue to make my way over here as I can. So season 2 launches in February. The margins taught you, the center is where you lead, and the journey continues right here, right now, and together. Until next time, stay grounded and stay boldly hyphenated. I'm Dr. Smarr, and this is the Hyphenated Leader podcast.